see all these little drawers over here? These are like my crafting drawers in my garage. And I just got too much stuff. And I got to get rid of stuff. So I'm in here now trying to get rid of stuff. Like these machines, going to have to. I'm trying to sell this because I don't use them. And I was going to sell them on Facebook Marketplace. And ain't nobody want them, so I guess I got to put them in storage. So I'm gonna try to get a storage bin for like all my machines. And I can just put all my machines in storage because I ain't got time. Be waiting on people. So I don't really want to take them where I'm going because it's not enough space for all this. So something got to go. So I gotta get a storage anyway because I have a riding car and a lift, but I'm not trying to sell my riding car and lift because it's gonna go in storage because I'm old too. Shoot, I might need that one day, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't trying to do that. But what we are trying to do today is throw stuff away. Okay? So we bring the trash can over and we're gonna try to get some stuff in the trash can, okay? Like I remember making these flowers. My first time making a vase flower. It came out cute. I made the flower out of cardboard. Hey, my arts and craft days. Trash. I'm just trying to get rid of stuff, y'all. Because it's time. I gotta get it all down and everything. I get that off the wall later. Stuff I don't need. I need to get rid of. Ain't got no room. Oh, there's some money in here. We'll keep that. It's a cash. Matter of fact, I found $20 yesterday in one of my old wallets. I said, oh, money. Must be a good sign. This don't even work no more. Oh, yes it is. Oh, this one still got battery. This still got battery. Yep, this still got battery. This still working. No, it needs some battery. Okay. So we're gonna start with this first blue case here. God, I got a lot of stuff. I need to get my chair. Where's my damn chair? My stool. So what I need is really a box to put my stuff in. And or a tub. I can use one of these tubs I have. Or I can use this box because I'm not gonna. Oh, I got a box. Then I can just get rid of all these tumbler boxes. I wasn't gonna save them from when I sold the tumblers. I ain't gonna never sell them tumblers. So. Unless I do it in bin or something, so I don't need all these boxes. Really, this can be recycled. I'm put in a recycled one and get rid of all these boxes. Here we go. Still got some, they got cups in them. Oh, yeah. That's what I said. I still got like cups in another thing down there, but then I have cups. I need it. That's got all my paints in it. I need to put these cups out of these boxes because they're just taking up too much room. This is for Christmas, a gingerbread cup. I did like 48 cups, 60 cups, tumblers. When I first got my tumbler press, I was pressing everything, child. And then I need to get rid of them. I might just give them all to Goodwill, sure. And just get rid of them. Cause I ain't gonna sell them. Cause I ain't doing no vending events or anything. And I done made so much stuff. I'm just like, I'm gonna put it all in the bag for Goodwill. Let Goodwill have it. That was like 2 years ago I made these, so it ain't like this one was cute. The Black Girl Magic. It had a little country. I like that one. I made that one. And so these are cute. I tried to sell them on Whatnot, but ain't get no buyers, so I can't be concentrating on that stuff. I got to get rid of them. I got to downsize here. So I'm going to have to get rid of these, and these are going to have to go to Goodwill or something. Goodwill can have them. We can't wait on somebody to want to buy them. So I'm just going to get rid of them. Put in a big green bag and dump them at Goodwill. That's where they going. I got some t-shirts that I did that I ain't gonna never sell. They going to Goodwill too. So I'm trying to get rid of stuff for real though. Oh, this one said Trailblazer. And that one came out cute. And I don't even use these cups. Like, I don't use them my damn self, so. That's why I'm trying to sell my tumbler press, because I ain't going to use it anyway. It was fun while it lasted. This one says Toxic Monday. I like that. I actually made Toxic Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday graphic, but I never used the graphic on shirts. But I did make the graphic. Toxic Monday. Which one is this? Oh, this is the one with the black Earl. And I made like word cloud on it. I did this design myself because I do designs. This is what I do. I did that one too. So these three are the black Earl ones. I might keep those. And then like the Christmas ones. And then this is four. It's 4 black Earl ones. Then I might get rid of these Christmas ones. I don't have those. That one. Then I got some over there in the tumbler. Then I had those too with the t-shirts that I got in here that I ain't gonna never get rid of. But I need this box right now, so just go get rid of it now. Because I gotta go through these drawers. So I definitely need this box. Because I got stuff. Then see if I want to keep it. Well, I know I'm gonna keep this ribbon stuff. How did I pull that off? Oh, it's stuck. It's stuck. Anyway. But yeah, this Joy ribbon. Like, this is really for when I make door things. Or you can go on presents too, Joy. I got this from Sam's Club last Christmas. They had some ribbon on sale. And I had got the Joy, which this could go in like with my Christmas stuff. And then I had got this red ribbon too, which is pretty. And that's a pretty ribbon I got from Sam's Club. There's a lot of it too. Okay. So we gotta do a project with this stuff. We just haven't. Wait a minute. Oh. Footage. I think I use that to clean my heat press. You just gotta go to the joint. And this double-sided tape. You don't want to stick to everything, but usually when I use it, I can use it up on the wall to hang some pictures, and the pictures fell there. So I don't know how to get this double-sided tape in. So it fell the hell down. And everything is stuck to it. Dang. I'm gonna get out this hot garage. How do you get stuck to that? Oh, that's my little thing for my tumblers. It goes around in a circle. You probably need batteries now to just sit down here. But it goes around in a circle. That's the keeper. This is a seal crusher thing that I had. And it's stuck to this. Everything's stuck to this. This damn tape on it. It's double-sided tape. Because it doesn't stick to the wall, right? So what's the point? Trash. And then this is my bag sealer. I had a few of these though. I don't even know if I want to keep that because I don't ever use it. And what's the point when you don't use it? I don't use that either. I'm just trying to get rid of stuff I don't use. That's all. And I just dropped it on the floor. And it fell apart. I just want to get rid of stuff that I don't use at all. I don't need another scraper. I got 50 million of these. I need that. I don't know why I got these flag stickers. What I got them for, hell if I know. I don't need that either. Trash. I don't even know where they came from. That's trash. We getting rid of stuff. I can't keep dragging this stuff. Every time I move, I got to drag stuff around. And we ain't doing that. Paper clips. You always use paper clips. A marker. A glow marker. What else in this bag? Oh, some electrical tape. Never know when you need that. Okay. Let's stick it in the bag. And mail opener. Never know when you need that. I don't know why I got two of these and I got one on my desk. And I definitely don't need these, but I keep one. Throw the other one in trash. I need two. Then we have stapler bag with staplers. We can use that. What else we got in here? Oh, my laptop light. We can keep that. What else we got? I think this is a flashlight, but it ain't working, so trash. This is like one of those tablet pens, but I got a pen for my iPad. I don't need this either. Trash. So it's a whole bag full. Where I get this from? I don't know. I don't know where I got it from. I think when I had an Android, I had it. I keep it. I give it to the kids or something. They got tablets. I never used this thing. This is like a roundabout cutter, but I never used it. They cut a circle. Never used that. Never had that. There's some double-sided tape. Never used it, but that we can keep. Then I got all these little wooden letters, like a whole bunch of them. They used to be in some kind of bag. Here's the bag. I did make a door sign, and I used these for Christmas. Oh, matter of fact, I need to throw away that stuff too. All the little door signs I had. I'm gonna dump those out. I'm trying to get some stuff out for the trash tomorrow. Tonight. And you're talking about some storms, so I might not be able to put the trash out till the morning. If it's gonna storm, it's gonna seem that hot. So I don't know. I don't think we're gonna have any tornadoes. I think they're talking about Illinois. It's supposed to come this way, but I don't think it's not hot though. I don't see it wasn't hot yesterday, so I don't see where the atmosphere is that hot up there to make tornadoes and stuff. I don't see it. I just don't see it. So I don't know. So we cleaning out a lot. Found a mask. Scotch tape. How much tape on here? Not much. Trash. What is this? Double-sided tape. I think this is double-sided tape. And a compass. In case I don't know my way around, I might need a compass one day. We all might be living in the woods. We all be living like a Little House on the Prairie at the rate this country going. And then I think this country might be tripping, right? Because they be trying to, you notice when the economy bad, they're buggy about any little bill. Like the liquor company, like I had paid them $300, and they gonna act like they gonna say, well, you need to pay 19 more dollars, or we gonna cut the electric off over $19. I was like, well, just put on the next bill. Damn. They don't think about nothing. They don't care about you in this economy and what you doing. They don't care. They'll send you a cutoff notice in a minute over $19. They don't give a damn. That's what I'm saying. Y'all stop thinking these people care, because they don't. These are like my vinyls for shirts and stuff. I like these. These are like black people colors. I had bought them. They're like browns and stuff. Yeah. So this is all my, I need to lay that down in there. My vinyls. Of course I'm keeping my vinyls because my Romeo is going with me. I ain't putting that in storage. Of course, because I craft. That's my stress-free thing I do. So I got a lot of vinyl. There's some more vinyls. We got some blacks. We got some yellows. I love this vinyl. I gotta get some more of this. I love this iridescent type, gradient type vinyl. It looks good on a shirt. Cause I made my Black Girl Magic shirt. I had used 4 different colors, but one of the colors was this color and some other blues. It looked good. I got a roll of purple I never used. And what is this? It's some cider, but what is it? I don't know what this is. I hate this stuff. Let me look at the tag from Amazon. Oh, strip block. Did I ever use a piece of this? I don't think I ever used it. I had bought it. Strip block is like, it feels like leather. I never used it on a shirt yet. We have some of that. And I love this blue color. Got that blue. Like these 2 blues together. Plus that other one. I think those are the colors like I put on that Black Girl Magic shirt. They look good. And I keep the scrap ones now that you can do applique with them. So, if I'm doing a shirt and I'm going to use this as an applique, I can just save the pieces because you can use them as applique. I don't know what happened. Oh, this glitter, I did not like it. It did not peel good, so we're going to toss that. I like the easy peel stuff. That was horrible. More black. And I got this color. Then I got some green. Goes right too. Some more black. Then we got some white and some green and some blue. Whole sheets. And this one I used before. And I don't need to keep that. Bang. This one I used. I made a bee. Let me go some stuff I made. What is this? Oh, peace out. And this one says focus. This is an offset of something else. So I ain't keeping that either. Trash. My brother said, my son said, you got too much stuff. I said, yeah, I know. Thank you. I'm trying to wean it out. Because where I'm trying to move to is not as big as this place. So I'm trying to save money because I'm going to go back to trading. So I had to go drop my rent by $900. So I'm trying to drop my rent by $900 so I can go back to trading. Because I want to trade, and I can't trade unless I can put money in my brokerage. You know what I'm saying? And I can't put money in my brokerage. My rent is high. Dude, that's money I could be trying to trade with and stuff. So I want to go back to trading. I stopped trading because Nickelhead keep messing up the market, and I didn't want to trade while he was in there. You know, because he'll make you lose the damn trade. But I know how not to lose the trade. But you gotta pay attention to the market. You really can't leave the computer while he's around, because he's liable to say anything. Today he had some speech today. I don't even know what he said, but he always saying something. That's the problem. Yep. Oh, I remember this paper. I think I made the kids' shirt with it, but there's still a lot of it left, so we keep it. I actually try to do like a rhinestone template with vinyl. It only not a rhinestone template, but you know, the cut out dots. The only paper that works with is the Berry foil like type paper. It works, and you can do like the little dots for your shirt. But this one, it didn't work. It ain't work out like that. But it did work on the foil type paper. It worked out good on the foil type paper. So you had to use the foil top HTV to do that look. And when I moved here, I got all my glitter mixed up. I didn't know which one was puff, and I do not like puff glitter. Never buy puff glitter, because that stuff is a trip. Never buy it. This is like that Sublimation HD TV, but I don't need to keep this little piece because what I'm gonna make with it is too small. That's what that is. So I got like a roll of it, so I can cut this out. This ain't a whole roll though, but I can cut out on it and then I can print out some Sublimation design background and just heat press it on top, and it comes on this. I actually did this on because usually I did it on a dark shirt. So I did it on a light shirt, and then when I pressed it, the whole print was out here on the shirt, right? It is a cotton white shirt. So I was like, damn, I didn't know that was going to happen because I usually do it on a black shirt. So when I washed the shirt and got out the washer, all the print was gone that was around the edges that came off on the shirt. So you can use a white shirt. You do have to wash it after you do it. And it all come off. Yep, just like that. Not on where the sublimation is, but around the edges. Because I had a square piece of paper. So it did put the print on the white cotton shirt. The print was all, because sublimation doesn't work on cotton. That's why I couldn't understand how I get on there. I said it's not supposed to work on cotton, but it really didn't work on cotton, because when I washed it, it came out, all of it was gone. So it never adhered to the cotton. It just looked like it was on the cotton. So that worked. Think of some more white. We always have more white than black. More white and black vinyl. I think I made something with these. Oh, I tried to, but this one's all jacked. Trash. Keep that big enough. Some green. And then I have a whole, like, vinyl that I haven't used. This is like some kind of skin color vinyl. So they have like different colors, like this color and this color and this color, like skin tones. I never used. I think I used a sheet the other day. some, what you call this kind of stuff for the heat press. It's not parchment paper, it's the other one. Y'all know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. We got some more glitter. Glitter vinyl. And the glitter vinyl is good for like when I use my pulling when I engrave. See, like this shirt I got on, that's glitter in the middle. So I did the applique on the D. I put the glitter and did the stitches around it. So you can use all these little scraps and stuff like that. So save the scraps. Don't throw them out. And we got one more on the bottom. Pull the whole thing up. And oh, this is a pretty blue. I'm gonna do a kid's shirt with that. Yeah, I think that's the piece of brown I had used before. I use that. I do want to get into more kids shirts, but I swear I wish I did have somewhere to buy me a 15 needle machine, because I can't really, while renting, it's hard to buy something that big, and then if you move, you gotta move that thing, so it's hard. It's hard to have it while you're renting. It's easier to have it when you have a house, but not while you're renting, because you gotta move that thing. Every time you move, you gotta move it. I remember when Katrina on YouTube was moving, she was renting a house, and then she moved. She finally bought a house and moved in it. And she had to move all that stuff, have all that stuff moved. That was a lot of machinery, because she had double machines and stuff. And plus, she had other big machines too. So, you know, you got to pay for that move. That move ain't going to be cheap for you to move all that equipment and stuff. So, if you renting, I wouldn't buy no 15 needle unless I had a damn house or something. I would like a 15 needle, but hell, where I'm gonna put it, and I can't run it unless I have a house with a garage or something, or a house that has, you know, some separate space, a bedroom or something I can put in it, you know. So I guess those 15 needle dreams is not happening right now. I do think in the next 2 years, after the economy tank, I can save enough money by lowering my rent. So might be able to buy something by saving some money. Plus, I want to go back to trading, so I plan on making money. Okay, so I can. Because that's the only place money is. Because I've been looking for like a remote job. I like this. I've been looking for like a remote job, and couldn't find nothing since February. Can't find a thing, and I got experience. I've been doing that stuff since 2006. Before people started doing it, I was doing it. And I can't find nothing. Nobody. I ain't even getting no hits, y'all. And the only people I can work for is the temporary places, and they don't want to pay no money. So, you know. And I was like, hell, I need to just go back to trading. So that's what I'm trying to do. Go back to trading. So we got them drawers clean. Let's go to the next one. See what we got in here. What is this? Oh, adhesive remover. Of course, we need that. Never know. What are these? Oh, double-sided tape. I mean, what is this? Sticky adhesive pack. Oh, that's for when I had that Navigator in an older car. I had to stick it on the thing. That's what that's for. I don't know what this is. What is this? Oh, a glue gun that I don't use. Because I have another glue gun. So that's a packing spray. I didn't even realize I had all this stuff. Yeah. I got too much. Mod Podge. We always can use Modgies. Indoor glue stick. Some more tacky glue. Let's put that in there. And then we have some Oh, I know what this is. Rub and Buff. And this is diamond paint sealer. So we have that. I usually use that diamond paint sealer on stuff like if I do coasters or something with my engraver machine. And then I do the sealer on top. And the rough, and when I make earrings, I like to use this to make them silver and gold. I use the rub and buff, puff and whatever it's called, buff and rub or whatever it is. What's the thing called? Rub and buff. And they come in little tubes. I do use that. Let's see, what is this? Some ties. Never know when I need those. So we keep them. And some dots for my coasters. Of course we need those when we make coasters. Okay, we keep them. And then some glue sticks that don't fit my glue sticker. I think these are too big or something. These are, because it's not for my glue gun, because my glue gun is little. So that don't work. These big ones. But these little ones do. So I can use the little ones. These are my little dots if I sell on Whatnot. I number stuff. You know. So I know what number it is that somebody buy without having to do listing titles and stuff. That's why I like Whatnot, because I want to get something liquidation stuff and do liquidation on it, but I like Whatnot, all my gloves, because I got so many of these. Because I like Whatnot because you don't have to put titles on, and when you don't have to put titles on, you can list faster, because you can just say you having your auction starts at $1, closet sale or something, or you know, whatever kind of sale you having, and you say number 1. So then when I put a number 1 on this product. So every time each product. So anyway, now they made it where it automatically put the numbers on. Keep the same title. You say you got 56 items and we'll number them all. So when you're on auction, you just show that number 1 for this. Somebody buy it, stick the number 1 on it. See what I'm saying? Then you know what correlates with what. Okay, so basically I love it. You ain't got to take pictures because it's live. People see you live. I hate throwing all them pictures like on Etsy and stuff. I was like, if you're live, they see it. You don't got to do all them pictures, right? Makes sense, right? So that's why I think it's the easiest listing of all on Whatnot. You don't have to do all that. Because when they sell liquidation, they just have a big damn pallet of stuff. It be wrinkled and everything. They just throw it up and people buy it. So it's like you don't have to do all that. You don't have to. You can have one title with just numbers on the end for the whole auction. So I love that. I love that. You know, it's not a lot of work and stuff. Here's some little tags in case I ever sell something. I guess we keep it. We might do bending one day. They got a lot of bending here. You know, like here, where I moved here. When I was in Maryland, my black people don't do no bending a bit. They don't have no garage sales. They don't do bending. They don't do none of that stuff here. Shoot, they always got. They just had one last weekend in Yellow Springs. That's where David Chappelle lived. And it's not too far from here. And they just had a big bending a bit weekend. And guess how much the bending spots was? You would never guess. Oh my God, I ain't never seen nothing that high. $400 for a table just to have a spot. It was $400, but that's how big the crowd be. Oh, that's a cute little ruler. That's how big the crowd be there. These are some kind of sublimation markers that I never use from Cider. Never. I ain't never use them. I don't know what they supposed to do. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, they had a big event and it was like all these people that be there. So I guess it's worth $400. You get a crowd. I don't even know what these little things are. Whenever I don't know what something is, it's going in the trash. There's some scotch tape over here so I can keep it. Dutch blush. What is this? Oh, this might be the dust my computer. Hey, I can use that. Well, I did it in here. Put it in my pocket. My computer in there. So, yeah. And we have another piece of, oh, this is permanent vinyl. That was permanent vinyl. My regular vinyl's in there. I need another box though. But I really don't want to put my permanent vinyl with that stuff. I gotta get some boxes. You know they charge $3.50 for one large box. Seriously. Down there at the place. And I was like, why? Why? Let me see, I don't have another box. Let me see. These are like for me to transport my food cans, them open boxes. I do have another thing. Oh yeah, this is my candle maker stuff. Oh, let me transfer this stuff into this box. My candle maker. Which I have made. They even come in boxes. I got this kit off of Amazon. I made some candles though. This is like all the dyes and stuff. Like the scents. Like we had some rose and some yang yang and some other stuff that they come with. The popsicle to hold up the stuff. But I need this. So I'm just gonna throw it in on top of this vinyl. I'll sort it out later. I just need the box. So you just go on in there. So I can use the box. And my rest of my vinyl stuff. You just go on. Let me sit down on my stool. Yes. Because I got a lot of stuff. Now, permanent vinyl is just for hard surface stuff, but I do like a copper. This was paper for like transfer ink sheet paper. Like this paper art, this is for like, remember I said I had that sublimation vinyl, this green color? Well, this is the kind of paper you use unless you print out your own pattern on sublimation. And then I put this on top of it and the color comes off on it. So I do have some of that. There's still some sheets in here. But if I wanted to do my own pattern, I can just print it out on regular A-sub paper like I did this print. Yeah, you can do that. And do it like that. So you can make your own pattern. You don't really have to buy these sheets. You can just use your sublimation printer and print your own. Print your own. This is, I don't know, masking film. What is masking film? I don't even know what masking film is. Why do I have it? I don't know. I have to look it up because I don't know what I have. This is A-sub paper too. I must have never, I printed it, but I never used it. That's the only reason it's sitting here, because I probably never used it. And then I had some more of this. Put this back in, like different prints. But I do like it because you can change up you cut the other piece on the Romeo or your Cricut, and then you buy these transfer ink sheets, or you can use sublimation backgrounds, and you press it on and it goes on. So you can do it either way if you want, whatever way you want your look. You can buy these, or you can print your own sublimation backgrounds. So these are cool. So these are like all my permanent vinyls. Oh, not this one. How you get in this drawer? I can tell when they permanent because they got the this on the back. This is regular vinyl. I don't even know how that got in there. You go in that box. Alright, there. So anyone that got this kind of paper on the back, they are permanent vinyls which go on hard surface stuff. So it gotta be hard surface. Like a mug or like some of these tumblers. Something hard surface. You making a wood door sign, yeah. Hard surface. I got a lot of this paper too. A lot. I'm trying to clean these drawers out because I'm trying to sell my figure set. Because it's too heavy and it's not gonna fit. I mean, it'll fit barely, but I ain't trying to be squeezed up. So I'm just going to, because I'm trying to take $900 off my rent. So I'm trying to move for at least a year so I can save some damn money. I can't save no money here because the rent and then it went up $100 more. I was like, shit. When I supposed to have money? Never, because I got a car note down and stuff. I ain't gonna never have no money. So I said I gotta get out of here to a cheaper place. I was going like between 1,000 and 1,500, so I found something for 1,100. So that saved me like $900. Yup, in rent. So you know I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to get out of here. You know, because I need to save some money because I can start trading again. I like this silver. I never used it on anything. This is permanent vinyl. And these are some like for door signs, some stencils. So I can just put this here and I can paint or whatever I want to do with stencils. Up a piece of wood. And these are for my planners. I had got from Dollar Tree. That was Dollar Tree stuff. I don't even know why I see this little piece of and go in the trash. And go in the trash. And all this permanent vinyl, so I don't need no permanent vinyl no time soon. No time soon. We don't need to buy none of that. That's for sure. Yesterday I was in my bedroom. I cleaned out all my drawers, all my bathroom drawers. So I got all that done. Then I still think I got too much stuff. I do. Oh, I got some more of this for my heat press. I didn't know that was in there. Oh God. Heat press. What is this? Oh, silicone mats. So these are just some 3-pack of silicone mats that I got from Temu. That's where I get all my crafty stuff. Temu. And I got like 3 of them in here. Oh, I took one out. I think I took one out. I think I have a gray one that I took out. So it was like a 3-pack of silicone mats for crafting. And that. And this, I think they sent me this by mistake because I really believe this stuff is for DTF because I had ordered something from Temu and this was in there and I was like, well, what the hell is that? I ain't ordered that. But I think it's for DTFs, like for, you know, people that do DTF. I think it's DTF paper. I don't have no damn DTF. So I don't know where that came. I don't even know how I got it, yeah. I was like, what is that? What is this? Oh, this is transfer paper for rhinestones. I can use when I do rhinestones. I think I got this. Well, I got the Baby Booty. This is a lady on YouTube. Everybody buys stuff from for their rhinestones. Her name is the Baby Booty Eve. And I had bought my first rhinestones I bought from her. I haven't bought any rhinestones, but I really haven't done them. I really want to do the embroidery with the rhinestones, but I ain't had. That Poland, they give me a run for my money. These are like the little cutting boards for the rhinestones. Like I got a whole pack of that. And I have another. And what's these? I forgot what this was. I could have used these. I didn't even know I had these. But these are stencils. You could just use stencils, but the same kind of thing. Like for rhinestones, you can lay this down. They just stencil things. So I can cut stencils with my Romeo. So those are for stencils. This is for the rhinestones. To lift the rhinestones up. And see, this one I have this little piece. I was going to throw this one in the trash. And I was cutting some rhinestones. That's how I did my Chanel hats. I did them. I made the rhinestone template myself. Using ChatGPT. So I did make it. But, hey dog, you got hair on my stuff. What's going on? So these are some more of those plastic cutting boards for rhinestones. That's what they call it. I can pull that one out. And this is like a shirt folder for kids' shirts. Because I told you I want to do kids' shirts because they got so many kids here. I swear, if I do kids' shirts and you do it with an event, I probably sell all the damn shirts. It is so many kids here. So I would love to do kids' shirts because I like to get some shirts from Jasmina. Jasmina on YouTube. Angela. I like her kids' shirts. I do buy them for the girls, my granddaughter, when I do their shirts. Because I love her kids' shirts and her kids stuff. I love them. I love them. It's these cute little quadruples on Facebook. They newborn and they all boys and they are so damn adorable. I swear I would love to make them some little baby shirts and send it to their mom. Cause you gotta be a hell of a mom to take care of poor babies at one time. You know? I know put this in this when I use these when I make door signs. These little, I can get rid of that. But I ain't making no door signs no time soon. So we can just pause it. Pause it. We gotta get rid of stuff. Oh, this is I had got these from Temu. Temu got some good DTFs too. And I had bought these DTFs. Matter of fact, these ones came from Temu. These Christmas ones that I have left. Like this one says, Love Christmas. So that one I had left. And then I got a whole lot of DTFs that I bought off of TikTok for my kids' shirts that I ain't done yet. Okay? So I got a lot of them, and they nice. The guy, I asked him certain characters, but he don't really show them on TikTok. But if you need certain characters, just ask them, and he'll flash them up there real quick and give you the number, and you can get them. Look, Mona. This is cute. So we got Mona, we got another Mona. Isn't it cute? There you go. These are all DTFs. I got off this guy on TikTok. This African guy, he was selling DTFs, so I was like, do you have any, like, the characters the kids like? And he said, yeah, but he don't show them on there, but he flashed them for me. So I did buy them. So this is Mona. And you get like a whole lot of them in the box when you buy them. So I do have all these DTFs that I haven't even put on anything. That's Mona again. Mona. And then I had some teacher ones too. So I asked them for some teachers. And then we got teachers for teacher shirts. And another teacher for teacher shirts. So I can use some teacher shirts because I got some teachers. And this stuff been sitting in here for like a year. I haven't even done nothing. Teacher. That's why I said I gotta get myself together. Cause I got stuff and I ain't done nothing. Teachers. And this one is teachers. That's why I'm out in the garage today because it's nice today. It's not hot in here. The weather's nice. That's why I said these storms they talking about. I was like, it's not hot enough really to me. I don't see it being heated up there because it's not hot. So I don't see us getting those storms. My daughter, she's extra paranoid. She got helmets and all for her kids and her. I'll be like, girl, if it come, it come. If it get me, it get me. That's a cute. That's a teacher. And the little ones are like for mugs or something. You can put on a mug. This is another teacher one that I had, and another teacher one. So I had a few teacher ones. I probably need to do them before teacher time again. I can use these things. Okay. Another teacher one. These are like the mugs, little ones. He gave you little ones too. And that one, oh, I got some more. I told you I got a lot of these. I get late. You got another teacher. I got a lot of DTF. Little Mix first grade. That's cute. Back to school one. And I had them last year before kids went to school, and I ain't even know it. I just had them. That's all. Bluey. So these all came from the guy on TikTok. Because I wanted some Bluey, and he got me some Bluey. See the Bluey ones, they came out cute. So if you don't have a DTF, you can just buy it and then go transfer. Sure, they ain't cost that much. Another teacher one. You ain't gotta have a DTF. You can just buy the transfer. That's what I did. I don't have a DTF. I said if I had a DTF, I would have so many of these things. I would have to sell DTFs because I make images, so I have countless amounts of images that I can make DTFs out of. Okay, there you go. What's her name? Lava Boo Boo. You know, I didn't even know what the hell Lava Boo Boo was to the grandkids. I was like, what is Lava Boo Boo? I didn't know what Lava Boo Boo was. For real. Because I don't have no little kids around here watching little kids stuff. I didn't know. I was like, what the heck is that? Some more teachers for mugs. Little teachers. Then we got some more La Boo Boo. Because I ain't never heard of La Boo Boo in my life. Okay. We got some of those. We got another Mona. Mona. I did make the kids a couple of shirts with some of these. But I usually get my kids shirts from Angela Jasmine on YouTube. Angela and her husband, I love their story because they like about 30, 31, 32, somewhere in that age. But they started when they was young in their 20s, and they made a whole $1 million embroidery business. They started selling t-shirts and stuff out their car. They got a house, and then they used the house for the business. They didn't even use their own master bedroom. The master bedroom was for supplies, and the basement was for all the embroidery machines that they had. And then they grew enough where they could get a warehouse, and they got a whole warehouse. Then they just moved that warehouse to another county. I know in Maryland, because I lived in Maryland, so I know where she at. She moved to Howard County from PG County, and bought another whole big warehouse. And not bought, but rented another big warehouse. and they did that, and they only 32. So they made $1 million from their house before they even got to 30. I love this story. Her and her husband. See, when couples work together, those are the ones I usually see that succeed with their businesses because they on the same page. When y'all young ones get married, y'all better make sure that man on your same page because, good Lord, when they not, it take you 20 years, 30 years before you even get started on that stuff. Because you have somebody spending money out of the business because they don't understand that, you need to invest in the business to make money. So you got to get somebody on the same wavelength because all the couples I see on YouTube that work together, they all successful because they work together. When you work by yourself, it's harder. Okay, and you ain't on the same page, it's harder. I learned how to trade in 2020, but I could never get my husband on board to trade, never. Or learn, or just help me fund my thing and stuff. Because he worked and I was retired already, so I was trying to get him to help me fund my trading account, so I can, so I can trade the way I want to trade. So it's frustrating to know how to trade and do stuff, and you can't do it. It's frustrating. So that's why I probably could have made a whole lot of money by now. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm by myself and he's gone, I can trade the way I want to trade with my own damn money. Okay. So there you go. But I could have been doing that since 2020. You know what I'm saying? But when you have people that don't understand, you trying to bring money in the house, and the first thing he'll say, you doing something else again? That's how they are. They always question what you doing. But they don't, you trying to help. You don't want the one in the family to know how to do anything like that. So leave the person alone and know how to do something like that because all they doing is trying to make money for the family. So watch who y'all marry shit or get with. If y'all a business-minded person, that person better be business-minded or you going to have a rough time trying to get a business off the ground. Because I see most of the couples that's successful, they work together. They on the same page. You got to be on the same exact page if you want to succeed. You know what I'm saying? This is cute. Teachers plant seeds. That was cute. This one, teachers, we do it all. That's cute. And then we got some more Monas. Another back to school one. And then another teacher's life. Another teacher. I got a lot of teachers. That's why I need to do some t-shirts for these teachers. I need to hit vending events right before school starts. Teachers is hard work. I need some of these. I got more mugs. Another teacher. I got a lot of teachers. Got a lot of mugs. I got a lot of teachers. I got a lot of back to school, preschool. This one's preschool. And back to school, and a lot of teachers. And then, of course, we got Bluey and Bingo. My granddaughter loves Bingo, so I made her a Bingo shirt. Because she loves Bingo. I think she grew out of it, though. I gotta order some shirts from Jasmina and get her a size that she wear now. And put one of these Bingos on it. She love her Bingo. Oh, this is something I did for somebody for breast cancer. Dear Cancer, you picked the wrong queen, but I did it, but I had two of them, but I never used that vinyl on another shirt, but I do have it, but I never used it. This is a DTF I got made called Santa Baby. Never used that. This is Be Good for Father's Day. It's vinyl. It says if dad can't fix it, it's broken. It's cute. I did cut that out of vinyl. I used one of them on a Father's Day shirt before, but I had another one for a Father's Day shirt. I actually made that one. Then we got some more Bluey and Bingo. Bluey and Bingo. So I do like Jazz Venus um, kid shirts because she got a whole blanks. They sell blanks too, and I like her shirts because they have the little ruffles on the bottom for the girls. She had some on the sleeves too, but she said those were mistakes. I think she said that they sent the shipment in, but it was not the right shirt or something. But she sells them anyway. But she said that's not the shirt that she had ordered, so she had to reorder the right ones. But um, but I like them because they got the little ruffles on them. It's all cute. And then she got them baby buckle bottom things. I would love to do those and sell those because they're so cute with the little ruffles on the butt. I love them. Dad's wife, Bingo and Bluey in bed. That'd be cute for Father's Day. And some more mugs. So some of these are the same that I had. We got some more Lava Boo Boo Boo. He gave me a lot of these. I think I bought like 3 sets from him, but he gave me a lot of stuff. I don't know if he gave me extra, because I was like, this is a lot of DTS, okay? I mean, I got a lot of DTS. A lot. That I haven't done nothing with yet. They've been in this drawer. I used some on the kids' shirt. Then my granddaughter had a birthday party over here, a Minecraft party with like 3 other little girls. So in their little gift thing, I gave them some of these that their mama can iron on their shirt. So I did give away some. Yep. What is this one? Well, I look like something's under there. I don't know. Yeah, and some more Lava Boo Boo. I think that's it for all the DTFs. I think we're done. We got a whole thing to see for DTF. I don't think we got any more. That should be trash. This is a Bible. I can use it. I made this. This is for my voting shirt. Over it. I still might make it for voting in November. It says over it. It's in vinyl. I did that. But that's what it says. Over it. Over it. We are over it. We got another t-shirt vinyl thing. Could be a pocket square of something. And I made this stuff for this little faith and let's see, fabulous. What else I got here? Oh, the focus thing. Really, the focus thing was supposed to go with the silhouette of the woman. So what it was this is in vinyl. The woman's here and the focus is here. So when you put on the shirt, that's what it looks like. Boom, focus. Like that. And all these were like for coffee mugs that said something about tea. This one says heartwarming. This one says, I couldn't even vinyl, and these are some small letters, and I pulled it off though. It says mood boosting brew. It's for coffee mugs. All these. And I made a lot of them. Infusing emotions. It's kind of like tea sayings. Mood infusion. Tranquil tea time. All these are cut in vinyl. You see how small the letters is, so you know I was weeding tea for I was weeding on these things. Brewed to emote. This one says tea and sympathy. And like I got a whole lot of them. I made all these and still ain't putting them on nothing. They still sitting here. They're supposed to be for mugs, but I'm supposed to buy some mugs and put them on. and sell them. I mean, if I did vending, if I put everything together, I would have enough stuff to sell. I just ain't putting them together yet. Child, I'm slow. I get around to it. Yep. We'll get around to it. We'll get around. Oh, this is some more of that ink paper. Let me keep that. And some vinyl. Permanent vinyl. Alright, so that empties that drawer. So we done emptied 8 drawers. I can take these names off that I put on here. Which they never stayed on here because the heat in the garage was making them come off. Alright, we got another drawer. Let's see. Let me move my camera. So we going over this way. We'll be over here to these drawers. So we gotta work on these drawers. This is what I keep my earrings and rhinestones and stuff in. Let's see what we got over here. We got rhinestones for sure. This is drawer supposed to be. We got our hooks for our earrings. These are the hooks. So we used to cut earrings out on that engraver machine that I want to get rid of because it needs a plug. I swear I don't want to buy no $99 plug. Plus I can't engrave unless I had a garage or a window to put it in, you know, so I can't use it, you know. Basically, I might just put it in storage because I can't use it. And then some hooks for earrings, some more rhinestones. That's why I need a house. I need to get a house again. I didn't think I wanted to get a house again, but now since I've been renting, I see what y'all be going through with these rent people. And this kind of money, just like the place I'm trying to get, I had to put $300 down because they charge a $100 fee for the application, $100 for my son for his application because he over 18, and then $100 holding fee, and then you don't get none of it back. They out here scamming, man. I was like, what the hell mean you don't get none of it back? So you saying if I put in and I don't get it, I don't get none of my $300 back. What is going on out here? Y'all allowed this stuff? That's what I'm saying. Nobody protests nothing in America. They just allow shit to happen to them. I was like, oh my God, because I ain't rented since the 90s, 80s, and the 90s, man. The early 90s. So I ain't know it was like that out here. It is terrible. So I was like, I should have just bought a house when I came here. I should have just bought the damn house. So now I gotta save up some more money from all the money I spent. Save up some money to think about buying a house now. But then hopefully the recession hit and everything's cheaper. So by the time I save the money, it's gonna be cheaper. So this is like all my little rhinestone stuff. I got a little box. I think I put all this stuff in a little box. I got glitters in here, like all my little glitters. And this stuff, child. Some bracelets, confirmation bracelets I never made. I ain't never made that in this. I have it, but I ain't never made it. I did make a puzzle. I'm gonna get this to the granddaughter. It's like a bear, and it got a little baby bear, and you stick it in here. I made this with my engraving machine. I made a bear. I made something. I made a little special delivery sign for my Christmas tree with my engraving machine. I did make that. I made some ornaments for my engraving machine. I did make that. And I make earrings, so. Then I bought these thinking I could use these, but you can't do acrylic of a 10 watt high. So I would have to have a 20 watt, you know, a 20 watt to engrave on these. So I can't do acrylic. I was gonna do keychains, but I can't do it with that unless I bought the 20 watt for it. I ain't buying nothing because I ain't using it right now. And And then I had some bigger hooks for like bracelets or something. So we got, this is all my glitter and all my, and we got some string in here for some reason. And then we have our jewelry case. We got our jewelry tools in it. We have that. This is one earring I made. It came out cute though. I made it with the cutter machine, then I colored it myself with some paint. It's like a summer earring. I don't even know where the other one is. I have no idea where the other one is. So, there you go. I made it. And these are the stickers I used to make. I got a whole case of these too. I don't know where I did with the case. I think it might be still under my bed. But I got a whole case of stickers. That's why I said, if I go to a vending bin, I got stuff to sell. Because all these stickers I made with, I do sublimation when I do stickers. Because sublimation, the color comes out better. So it says, it's well with my soul. And it comes out better. So if y'all ever try to do stickers, instead of using sticker paper in your inkjet, if you got sublimation, do the sublimation stickers. You'd be amazed how different the color comes out. The color is richer because you actually heat press the stickers. So what you do, you print them out on the paper that comes with, called inkjet, not inkjet, it's called sublimation sticker paper. And you put the print on that sticker paper, right? It's like a clear coat that goes on top. So then you take your sublimation paper and no, you print it out on the sublimation paper. I'm backwards. You print it on the sublimation paper. Then you take the clear coat sublimation sticker paper, and I just like tape 4 sides, tape it down. Then you take it to the heat press and you press it. And then when you press it, the color transfers to the sublimation paper, the sublimation sticker paper. And then you take it to your Romeo and you cut it out, or your Cricut, and you cut it out. So you don't have to cut it. You cut it out with the Cricut and stuff. But it comes out better. The colors are richer because you're using your heat press. And always remember, because it's going to be the opposite way. If you mirror it when you print it, then you got to unmirror it when you cut it. So you mirror it when you print it, but unmirror it when you cut it, because once it transfers to the clear paper, it's the opposite direction. Okay, once you put it in the heat press and it transfers over to that paper, and then you take it over to your Cricut machine or whatever, it's the opposite direction. So make sure you don't put that mirror on when you cut it. Take it off. If you gotta have it on for words on sublimation, but then take it off when you cut it, because it doesn't change direction going. So you've been messed up. That's how I did the first time. I was like, why this ain't cut right? That's the reason why I wasn't cutting right. Oh, I got a whole bag of earrings. Like, I don't even know why they sitting in the bag. These are like, I had bought all these sublimation earrings, and then I said, I'm gonna make some sublimation earrings. And I made some sublimation earrings. Like, I got different designs, sublimation earrings that I designed, different ones. I mean, I need to wear them. They cute. Take them out this bag, okay? But yeah, I did make some sublimation earrings, and I cut earrings with the engraver machine. So we did some crafting. Let me get rid of these because some of them stickers are messed up. So that's got to go. And then I made all these little tags, like for gifts. I made some gift tags. It's like for a mama's gift. And this is for like an April shower. Bring me flowers. You get somebody some flowers in April or something. It just says create. This is when I was in my, I just got my machine and I want to make something. I made this Boss Lady merch. And this one is for like a love, say my love gift. And it says small business mama. I like that. And I did all this with vinyl, black and I'm proud. And I did choose love. And I put it in the heat press too. Father's Day, because this is regular heat press vinyl I put on this. This is not the permanent vinyl. So these little tags came out cute. They're a keeper. We keep those. And then we got some more glitter. So we got a whole box of glitter. So we have some tassels. It's supposed to be with the keychains that I couldn't embroider because they was acrylic. Because I only had the 10 watt. So that was a waste of time. But I did make some wood keychains for zodiac signs. So this one says Pisces, and I just engraved some keychains and cut them out. So we have Pisces, we have Scorpio. Told y'all I have stuff. If I wanted to sell stuff, I do have stuff. I just ain't get on. But I need to get this stuff somewhere and together out of these drawers. I gotta get it out of here. I gotta pack it up. Man, I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is the paper I put on my front door here because it was clear and I was like, ain't nobody looking at me. So I had bought that. I don't need that. That's my machine for my label printer for postage, and these are the boxes for the postage paper, which I haven't used because I haven't sold anything from my house. So I bought a postage meter just in case, but I haven't sold. Anyway, maybe some business cards for BossLadyMerch.com, but I haven't done it. You know, I go stuff and don't ever do that. I haven't done it. This is all. And what's in here? What we got in here? Oh, these are my brackets for that engraver machine and the cable toolbox for the engraver machine, and we got a couple of materials. And that's it. That's all in that drawer. So that drawer is clean. I still have the box for the We Create, so I'm just gonna put everything back in the box. Put it all in the We Create box. And then we got material here that I can use when I do appliques or something. I'm gonna throw this out too. Cause I tried, you know how you try to do the noise canceling. Not noise, keep noise. But you know how you try stuff, and I tried the DTF transfer kit, and I tried it, but it wasn't all that great to me. So I was like, no. So we trashing that. Trash. I must have had this stencil spray forever. I don't even know if it's any good. I might have had this like 10 years or more. Just been sitting here. I never opened it. I wonder if it's still good. Ain't got no date on it. Oh, yes, it did. Well, those numbers run together, but I don't know if that's a date. I don't think that's a date. But who knows if it's any good. I might use it one day. I got stencils. We got to try it. I don't know. I just don't know. I just have stuff. Alright, that drawer is empty. So we getting somewhere. And all I do is take these out, fold them up, and we can get somewhere. Because I can put these in my car and move them like that. because all I gotta do is take these out, fold them up. Since I'm not gonna bring my dresser and stuff, I'm just gonna use this as my dresser for time being. Because really, I don't want to buy no more furniture because that's not going to be a permanent place I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay there a year or two to save some money so I can start my trading account again. So that's what I'm doing. That's my plan. Okay? I got a plan. I remember doing this. I cut out the flower. Matter of fact, I used my GBT I made on my website, Crafting by Studios. I have GBTs, and I have one called Linicut Print, and it prints out cut out flowers, and you can do cut out flowers and stuff. And matter of fact, I had this put on PDF. I bought the PDF for it to see how it came out, and it came out good. But I haven't put it on anything. I haven't put it on anything, but I haven't. Okay, so now we're gonna move over to this last drawer, last set of drawers, and see what's in here. Ah, Lordy. Oh, this is all my cardboard paper. I bought this when I was in Maryland. They had a clearance at Hobby Lobby's, and this big pack was only $5. A big pack of cardboard paper, different designs, was $5. Look at all that paper. This one's a thinner cardboard. It's not cardboard, it's thinner. You probably do notepads with it or something. Because it's thin. It's thick. And then we bought this one, was on clearance. And that one originally was $22. We got it for $5. This one has like, if you're doing wedding cards or something, it's kind of like that silver type paper. And this one was really $11.99. We got this for $2. You might say $3. $3. And then I had got another one that's originally $17.99. I got this for $5. And this got harder cardboard in it. I use this for the back of my notepads that I make. So I use this paper for the notepads. Yeah. I showed y'all how to make notepads. All you need is Mod Podge and a freaking cutter or your scissors. You can make a notepad. It's so easy and it works. Like up the top right here where they put the glue at on these kind of things. Just put the Mod Podge right there and it holds it together. Let it just take some clips just so until it dry and it will hold together because that's all this is. It's some kind of glue. Okay? And it opens up like this and then you have your own tablet. But this is some kind of paper I got for like $4.24. And then we have the lawnmower man. Okay, then we have this was $5. This paper, this got some pretty paper in it. We got some beads and gold on it. So this one was $5. You can make something that, and all that was on clearance. I think I spent $30 and got like 6 packs. I think I gave my niece with me. I gave her 2 packs. I think I got 6 packs for like $30 on clearance. So I never need no more cardboard. Oh, this is the wood I used to cut my earrings out with. You can see the different earrings. I made my granddaughter some spider earrings for her Halloween costume. And these are like earrings I was cutting out. I can go in the trash too. That's trash. It's some wood I never used. Yeah. So wood I never used. We keep that. That's a keeper. Some other wood I never used. And there's some more wood. Well, I had to cut them spiders a couple times because the legs were so fragile and kept breaking, and I had to keep making the spider earrings. I finally got them right when I made them smaller, a little smaller. Because them legs kept breaking, they kept breaking. Usually I save this piece of wood because I could get like 4 more, 5, 6, 4 earrings out of this. But since I ain't using my engraver no more, trash right now, we can trash it. These are some little trays I was going to engrave. My engraver ain't working right now, so they was like $1.25 at Dollar Store. And then this, I can engrave. I painted it black. Look, why you leave my door open? Does a fly go in there? Why you leave the door open though? Boy. Close my door. I don't even know. I didn't even know the door was open. This dog. Did you mess with that door? Why that door open? Here's some paper for my heat press. So paper. I gave my son some boxes. I'm ready to take one because I gotta have a box for all this stuff I got. I need a bigger box. I just had to go down there and get another box. Because them boxes be $3.50 each for a box. I'm like, hello. These are like lawnmower man. You go somewhere. Car coasters. This is what I make. I got these off of Amazon. And I put my own logo on there, Boss Lady merch. And I make car coasters. I gotta show you how the car coasters. But they are so cute. I had made a whole tray full. That's why I said I got stuff to sell if I go vending. I just ain't been vending. But I got a whole lot of stuff. I got a whole lot of stuff to sell. Oh, these are like for a light for your laptop or something. I do a giveaway with something like this on Whatnot or something. You know, whatever. So we can give away something. Giveaway. This is my first arts and craft with cardboard in my laser machine. Because I didn't even know you could put cardboard in a laser machine. But I made a cat with whiskers. And I put feline on here. But it came out cute. It can go in the trash now. Oh, my Romeo manual. Wow. The whole manual for Romeo. I did embroider this. It says, love my dog. I was going to make him a collar, but I ain't get around to it. Because I was going to use some heat and bond and just heat and bond it on the collar. I always say I'm doing something. This is shrink wrap. For like, if I want to shrink wrap my mugs when I put the stuff thing on there, I put this around it and use the heat gun to shrink wrap it. So I got a lot of this stuff. And then when I used to sell on Amazon, I use these. When I used to bundle stuff, I use these shrink wrap it for Amazon. When I used to do FBA back in 2014, when it was cheaper. Now he wants too much money because Jeff Bezos a weasel. He want all your money. If you a seller, they want all your money. Yes, they do. These are some self-laminating sheets, which I have some more in here. I need to stick in here. For, I do have a laminator that's right here, but these are like the self-laminators. But dude, I do have a laminator for laminations. It does hot and cold lamination. And what's this? Tissue paper. When I was looking for tissue paper, I couldn't find it. When I was doing a gift and I wanted some tissue paper. Then I find tissue paper, okay. And Stick it in this thing with this. Stick it tissue paper. I tried to stay organized when I moved in here, and I put all this stuff. When I moved from Maryland to Ohio, I was like, I tried to stay organized, and I had organized all this stuff in these drawers. I tried to anyway. This is a game you play at a girls' night, and look, I don't have no girls' night. I can sell that at an event or something. And this is like a light to sterilize your phone. Never used it. Okay. And that's what that is. And we got one more drawer. One more. I remember when I made this bag. This was one of my first vinyl projects. It says good love, and it came out cute. With some glitter vinyl. That came out cute. I had like different colored glitter vinyl in there. It came out cute. This is my black gnomes for Christmas. I mean, it has a stand somewhere because I engraved this and cut it out on a engraver. These are like some sublimation ornaments that I made. And then I made the kids some ornaments for the tree, which I think I put them on my tree. I didn't give it to them. And that's my little granddaughter's one. I cut this out in the cutting machine that we create. And then I made my other granddaughter one for Christmas too. And stuff. So I did that. What are these? Oh, them popsicle fan sticks. If I made some fans, I think I ain't making none yet. Like make my own because I can cut them out in the machine. So I didn't do that either. But I have them. I do have some ribbon left. I did make a door sign. We did that. And we put this little yellow ribbon on. For the spring, we did that. And then we did do the stencil, because these are the stencils that I painted. Did you see the paint on? And then I made these little ornaments. It's like this and this, and you sit on top. And I made these in the cutting machine, and I painted it black. And this is painted gold, like that rubbing buff. And this is like black paint. And these sit on top of each other on your tree. They supposed to be over there. I don't know how this one got in here. So I got Christmas ornaments over there. But then I put them on my tree. So I don't know how they got here. So let me take all the ornaments. So in my black gnomes that I made. I thought it had a stand. I don't know how this got in here. Because I did have a stand for this black gnome. Because I used to stand it up on my fireplace. I don't know. What's in here? Oh, a phone. Looks like a good phone. Oh, it's cracked. That's a cracked phone. It can go in the trash. I don't even know why it's in there. I got a drawer full of phones that I ain't even using. I don't even know why I got them. It's like a whole drawer full. These are scrub things like for the wood. It's like, what you call that stuff? Sandpaper blocks. In case I have a rough side that I need to do something with. So it's like hard on the sides of them. Yeah, well, it's hard on this side too, but yeah. Those are some sponges. Then we got strings. A lot of that. So we have a lot of strings. So like I need to put the ornaments where the ornaments supposed to be. I don't know why they in here. I have no idea. Why they here? Then I had like smaller stencils, like if I wanted to make some stencils that's small, like coasters or ornaments, you can have stencils you can paint. So I had some smaller stencils too. Once I had the stencil paper, I could really make my own stencils with my Romeo. I can cut this out and make my own stencils if I wanted to make my own stencils. You know what I'm saying? And that concludes the drawer clean out. Found a little sponge. I usually keep those sponges to clean my heat press with. That's probably why I keep finding them. So that's what they supposed to be for. And the string is supposed to be for like my ornaments, or if I make some tags, like gift tags and stuff. And I have a whole bunch of this burlap string. And we got that. That's why I say I got too much stuff. I gotta do something with it. That's why I need a storage. I gotta store it somewhere because it's too much. Till I get in a house where I can like take it back out. I can't take it back out in that place. I can't take it back out. I ain't got no storage. So I gotta pay for storage. Storage is expensive because like a 5x10 when I went there the other day, they talk about $88 just for a little 5x10. I say $88. I tell you, in America, they don't want you to make it. They seriously don't want you to make it in America. Rent is high. They have storage. The storage of stuff is high. Everything's high, and they don't care. They don't give a damn. Dude, they don't know. I don't know how is they supposed to milk a dollar out of a penny. I don't know, but they think they can, or they got this mindset that if you can't pay for it, somebody else will pay for it, kind of thing. I think that's the mindset they have. Because I was talking on Facebook and I was saying something about, well, the reason people can't rent their house because they want to double the money. So people got to come up with $3,000 to $4,000 just to move. So some guys say, well, if you don't have that, then you don't need to rent the house. I said, shut the fuck. That ain't what I was talking about. See how, and I know these YT people because they're always the ones that's wrong and loud. So I was like, that's not even what I was talking about. That's not even what I was saying. I was saying in this economy, if they want to rent their house to get out of that mortgage that they have, that they can't pay, they need to drop that deposit down to like a reasonable deposit, like $500 or something. You know, something reasonable. And not the same as the rent, like $1,500, and then you got to pay $1,500 for the deposit. That's $3,000. If it was $1,500 house you trying to rent or something. So would you rather have your mortgage paid, or you gonna keep trying to get a deposit when you know if the house gets damaged you got rental insurance? Hell, I got $300,000 policy for rental insurance, okay, with State Farm. So, and I know you as the renter has insurance, so what are you trying to get that money for? And then that's what I said. When you trying to rent your house in this economy, people can't come up with $3,000, $4,000 just to move. It's ridiculous. So when I went out looking for stuff, I was like, you got a special? I'm the typical black girl. I'm looking for a special, right? I was like, you running a special? What's the security deposit? How much I gotta pay? I'm that black person, so I be looking for a special. I went to like 4 different places, and a lot of the places you can't even get nothing until like August, September. I was like, damn. Then I found a place that do have a place that just got renovated, and I said, okay, you have a special. And she's like, yeah, we have a $500 special. I was like, because I'm like, that's what I'm looking for. And, people that's renting a house, I really rather rented a house with a garage than I could take my garage stuff, I ain't got to put it in storage. But these daggone people so stubborn about this freaking deposit, I could have paid $2,000 to get in. And I've been good with that. But I ain't paying no $3,000, $4,000 to get in. You see what I'm saying? I've been good with that. But see, they miss out on people that want to rent something because they being stubborn about this freaking deposit in this economy. This is the wrong economy to be able for that much deposit. I'm just saying. So this guy on Facebook, he couldn't understand what I was saying because he was all wrong about what I was saying. See, I said, see, people like you can't even understand this shit. You don't even understand what I'm saying. I'm saying if you rent your house for a reason, because your ass is paying the mortgage. So I've been on Zillow and I looked at houses sitting for 35 days, 40 days. They just sitting. Nobody's renting them. They reasonable price. I could have rented it, but I can't rent it with. I got to come up with $3,000 just to get in. So this is what I'm saying. So he all about the point trying to say how much money I had. I said, fool, you in my bank account? How you know? I might have the money, but I don't want to do it. Okay, this is what I'm saying. You don't know, so shut your mouth. But yeah, so it's like when I moved in here, I had to pay $4,000 to get in here. Shit. And that was a year ago. So like, if I move every year, I've been gave up $8,000 just to move. I could have bought a house. Okay, so the rent stuff is getting out of hand, and these corporations and this rent, because this is like a corporation place, you know, they a trip, you know, and then they gonna go up on my rent $100. I say it was already high. Shit. That's why I would have moved, because I'm like, I ain't trying to give y'all another $100, man. I'm on like fixed income, Social Security, and I retired from the government after 30 years, so my Social Security is okay, but I ain't gonna try to give you all my money. You know, for what? I could be owning a house. The house I used to own, my mortgage was $2,400. You know, so why would I give you that much, and I'm renting instead of owning something, and that's crazy. So I'm like, nah, because I had a 3-level house for $2,400. So the only reason I got rid of it, because when the husband died, I couldn't do the utilities and the mortgage and stuff with just my Social Security, or his Social Security, because he made more money than me. So I had to change. You know how long it took them to change my Social Security? It took 7 months. So in that time, I had to sell the house because I couldn't wait the 7 months, you know. It took them damn 7 months to change over my Social Security. And that was the reason I sold the house, because I couldn't pay the mortgage and the utility, because the utility bill was running like $400 for electric in the summertime. And now with these AI data centers, I know it's higher. I know damn well that house electric bill is higher. And I couldn't do that. Yep. And then my kids ain't want to do nothing. So I tell my daughter, why don't you move in with me with the kids? I have the house. She didn't want to move back to Maryland. Then my son, he did a career job and he was taking his time. So I ain't had no help. So ain't nobody was going to help me with the house. So I had to get rid of the house. So now I wish I didn't get rid of the house, because I came out here with these renters, and these rented people is crazy with this nonsense they be doing. I was like, they damn crazy. So now I want to buy another house there, but I want to wait till this recession hit and all the prices go down. That's what I wait for. So I'm gonna rent another year. I'm buying another place to rent that I can save $900, and I can go back to trading again because I have some damn money to trade with that I can put in my trading account. So I'll be happy to leave, because I want to get my trading up enough that that's what's going to pay my rent, me trading. So instead of my Social Security money. So that's why I need to save some money, and that's why I'm out of here. If I stay there a year or two, I can save a whole lot of money. If I'm saving $900 a year, I probably could save about maybe about 800 a month. Not even 800 a month, probably about 500 a month. I could save, because that's stuff I ain't got to pay. Because over there where I'm going, I only got to pay electric and my damn internet. And the rest of it is wound up into the rent. So, and the rent is way lower than this one. So, I'm like, even if I pay for storage, I'm still paying less. Okay. So, I'm going over there. Hopefully. I'm waiting for the lady to tell you my application went through. Because I gotta know how much I gotta pay to get in because they go by your scores. But shit, my son got 704. Shit, I got like 650, so we should be fine. But yeah, my son got 704. He ain't never had a real full time career job. He had part time jobs, and he got a 704. You know how he got it? Because when he first started working, he worked part time at a grocery store. He ain't had no credit because he ain't had no car. He ain't had nothing in his name. He lived with him and me and his daddy. So he ain't had no score. Then like 10 months later, he tell me, you know, my credit score is like 700. I said, how the hell you get a 700? You ain't. I had a sneaking suspicion that it works like that. So what happened was he had a Chime Secure card, so he used that for his. Because I think that was before I had opened him a Navy Federal. He was just using a Chime Secure card, so he was using that, and so he was putting his money on a secure card from work, and he got paid every week. So only thing he paid was his Spotify and his cell phone bill, right? So every week he got paid. So that means he paid back the card early, and it was revolving because he just paid the Spotify and the cell phone bill, right? So it was revolving with anything else he bought, probably some damn PlayStation games or something. But whatever else he did with it, he always put money back on there every week, and that shot his scores up. Ain't have nothing to do with credit history. Only thing that matters with credit history when you're trying to get a house loan and ratio of your credit. It's just the house loan. But as far as pulling your credit up to 700, it's that damn simple. I keep telling people it's simple. They don't believe me, and they still sitting out here with looking at 540 and five. I tell you, because when my husband was alive, I didn't even have to. I was retired, so I ain't care. The car was in his name, the house was in his name, everything. You know, he did everything because he was still working at AT&T. So he had the credit, I had them. So I let my credit. My credit was like 520 or something. I didn't even care because I didn't care because I wasn't trying to get nothing. So, well, after he was gone, and then I was like, I gotta get my credit up because I'm out here by myself there. So I gotta get my credit up. So I said I'm gonna do my son's method. So I got me a Barrow. Well, I already had Barrow for like 7 years, and they had just got this Believe card, and I said I'm gonna get me a Believe card. It's a secure card with them. And I said, I'm going to start paying my mobile bill with it. So what I do, I put my mobile on automatic payment, and then I put the money on the Barrow credit card, the credit secure card, and then I let the mobile company take it off of there, and then but I got paid again, I put money back on it, then I let it take it off. Within 3 months, my scores was like 650. That's all I'm saying. And that's how I got in this place. That's as long as it took, because I did it in December, and I think I put an application into this place in April, because I had the movers was coming like that. Well, I had 5 weeks to pack the house up because the house sold, so I had 5 weeks to pack it up, and I had to do everything within that 5 weeks time. But I was like, I keep telling people that's how you do it, and nobody listens. And I used to do credit repair, and I was like, after I quit credit repair, and then I was like, well, people really ain't gotta do credit repair. All they gotta do is get a damn secure card and put anything on it. They don't, because it's a computer. They don't be looking at how much it is. You can put a $5 damn bill on there, and it still counts it as revolving, and you paid early. See, that's the trick of the YT people. See, they ain't gonna never let that change, because they ain't gonna never mess up their stuff. That's why I said my people need to learn something, because they never gonna get rid of piggybacking off of cards, because they do it for their kids. So when they get out of college, they got like 800 credit scores using their piggybacking off of their credit card. So that's never gonna go nowhere. You can still do that to this day. You know, you got somebody in your family with good credit, have them put you on as a piggyback. You don't have their account number, nothing. You can't spend money. you just on there. So when they get good scores, you get good scores. Okay, so that's how that works. So they never gonna get rid of that. That's been going on for decades and decades and decades. Okay, but this thing with the secure cards and you get your credit up. So your debit card, pay your bills with debit card, don't pay because it's not reporting to the bureau. You pay your mortgage, your rent, and stuff with debit cards, your bank cards. You ain't getting no credit. Switch that shit over to a secure card, and I bet you be sitting on 700 scores if you paid your bills with that damn debit card, that damn secure card. You will be. Yep. So, like switch it over. You don't have to put direct deposit on it if you don't like. I don't want to put my direct deposit on it. Don't put the direct deposit on it. All you gotta do is put money in there. Like my barrel, they right now they offering $150 for my link, and people still won't get it. I was like, they giving you $150 for just spending money you gonna spend anyway, paying bills. They didn't say you had to put a deposit in there. A direct deposit. They said just spend the money and you get the $150 and I get $150 and you get $150. But people won't do it. And they've been doing that for years because I had Barrow for at least 10 years. And that's one card I had, never been hacked, never been compromised, never been, they do better than Navy Federal. How many Navy Federal cards I had to change over the 5, 6, whatever. They do better than banks and the credit unions. So, and I'm like, I love Barrow too, but that Believe card is the truth. It get them scores up. So just do that. Stop being stubborn. Do what I tell you. You being stubborn because your scores don't move unless you do something to make them move. They gonna sit there. You can say, I ain't bought nothing. I ain't got no inquiries. I ain't do nothing. And your scores ain't moving. You know why they ain't moving? Because you're not pushing them. You gotta push them. It's a computer. The computer reads whatever you're doing. It's flagged for what you do. That's why when people say, my credit score went down and I only did this, because it's flagged to see that. You can't spend, like you get a credit card for $2,000, you can't spend $2,000. You can't, you spend half. You only supposed to spend 30% of it. So you really ain't supposed to spend but buy $700 off of it, It might say 2,000, but you can't spend it all. Or it be flagged, and that's how your scores go down. You flagging the credit bureau. The computers are set. They're not gonna go in there and reprogram the computers. You just gotta walk around the computers. You gotta know how to walk around these computers, okay? Because the computer's already set and programmed. So you just gotta know which way to go. Now people ask you to pay them $600, $700 to do your credit. Child, all you gotta do is get a secure card and get your FICO scores up. Now, as far as buying a house, they go by your debt ratio, or getting loans, they go by your debt ratio. So you need to get rid of some debt. But as far as your FICO scores, you can get that up like that, okay? But you can't have a lot of debt when you buy a house. Like, don't go buy a new car if you're gonna buy a house. See, because it counts against you. Don't do it. Don't buy a car before you buy the house. Wait till you buy the house, then go buy the car. Okay? Because you don't want that debt to ratio on there when you're trying to get a mortgage. If you got credit cards, then get them things down, before you go buy a house. Get them down. Because that's what they go by. I don't care if your score is 700, 800, you still ain't going to get a house loan if you got a lot of debt. And your salary it ain't right. The ratio of everything is not correct. You're not gonna get a house. Like the house we got, my husband, he probably made about $100K most of the time. He might make more than that, but he got that house in his name by himself. But I was retired, I ain't got no money. So when he bought the house, he was able to sign for the house himself. Because first of all, we ain't have a whole lot of debt. We ain't have no debts. We ain't have credit cards, and we ain't have debt. So they ain't need me. So and I do, if something happened to them, then the house be mine anyway. So whatever. So anyway. But yeah, you don't have to have a lot of, you know, it ain't got to be a lot of money, but you can't have all that debt. The debt counts when you get a mortgage, the debt ratio. So I see people, you know, they want to go buy a car and then try to get a house. You're doing it wrong. You got to get the house, then get the car. Because you got to get the mortgage. You got to lock that mortgage in first, you know. So the mortgage is the most important thing. So when you thinking about buying a house and you say, okay, in 2027 I want to buy a house, look at your debt, look at your credit cards and say, okay, how long is it going to take me to pay down these credit cards? How long before I pay off this car if you still got a car note? Or say, okay, I got 2 more years paid for this car, so I'm not going to buy a house for another 2 years till this car paid for. You know, just so you won't have no debt. You be free and clear. And then you can get a mortgage easy. Because that's what they be looking at. You know, if you got a high car payment, I see some of you paying $900 for a car note. What kind of world is this? Y'all crazy. Y'all never get a house. $900 credit with car notes like that. So your best bet, if you try to get a house and you don't have a car but you need a car, get a used car. Get a car that you could like pay for or something you ain't got no car payment or something really low in payment if you try to get a house, you know, because that marks against you. So you just gotta, the only thing that don't really care about your FICO score is loans, mortgage loans and loans for stuff like that. They don't care about your FICO score. They could care less about that score. They don't care. Yep. So that's what I'm saying. Just get it together. If you want to buy a house when this recession hit, because all the prices gonna go bloop. And that's be the best time to get in there, because that's what the rich people gonna do. That's what they did in 2007 when all them houses, people losing foreclosed like 1 million houses a month. They went in like scavengers and bought up them properties, and that's what you see out here for rent. That's why apartments are higher. Everything is higher because of these corporations buying up those houses and renting them out like an Airbnb. So you need to be just as sinister as they are. Wait till the recession. They'll buy a house. Don't buy a house right now. Just wait. Just wait till the prices go down. Because when they had the first recession, me and my husband had a house we had built, and they gave us one of them predatory loans, so we was supposed to refinance the house in 4 years. And by the time the 4 years came, because we bought the house in 2004, so the 4 years would make it 2005, 6, 7, 8. By the time, that's when the market went down. That's when the recession hit. So nobody could refinance. And then that's when our mortgage raised up because it was the predatory loan, because we couldn't use BA on that house because BA's amount wasn't that high. So we ended up using FHA, which we was like, damn, we should have used that. But VA was like raising their house prices high enough, and I was in the county that had lower price houses, and VA's house prices wasn't that high. So this was like our first big house, like 3-story, 4-bedroom, big house. Okay, had a library, sunroom, and all that. That was our first big house. We came from a townhouse. Sold the townhouse. I gave them $36,000 to move in that house from the sale of the other house. I didn't have to give them that money. I should have never gave it to them because most of the people at the time, they was moving in the houses with no money because they were just trying to give them predatory loans. So I ended up getting a predatory loan with $36,000. You think they gave me back my money? Hell no. What they did, they forgave the houses. So this is what they did. They said it's kind of like giving back the keys, and they don't put on your credit report. So I call it the ghost house. You can't find the address. You can't find the street. You can't find if I ever lived there before on either of us or our credit reports, because that's all they did. They erased the house instead of paying people back. And see, this is the reason I voted for Kamala, because she helped the people in California get their damn house money. She got $20 billion back from them damn bankers. They wanted to get $4 billion, but she told me, $20 billion. So she got $20 billion back from them white bankers. And you think she couldn't run the country? She's the only one that got money back for her state. The rest of these states in the United States, they ain't get no money back to nobody. All they did was take it off your freaking credit card, like on paper, on digital paper. That was it. That's all they did. So people were like, well, people bought houses they could afford. Me and my husband making like, I was working and he was working when we bought the damn house. We was like over 150, and that was in 2004, 150,000 a year or something like that, 160,000 a year. We could afford the house. They just gave us a bad loan, right? So that's what they did. So this is what I was saying. That's getting ready to happen again. I'm telling you, it's getting ready to happen again. But after that house, it took us like 9 years to get the house we bought in 2016. Because we had Obama in, and it took him 6 years to recover the economy out of his 8 years. So once the economy recovered, they start building houses again, and everything was back to whatever. That's when we bought a house in 2016. So this is what I'm saying. It took 9 years. 9 years we could have been paying the mortgage that we lost because of that freaking crap. Okay, so yeah, that was 9 years we lost. Really, we would have had a house from 2004 to now. It would have been paid for. Just about. It should have been paid for, but that's 30 years. Oh, that was, what was that? 2004? 2014, 2024. That'd been 20, like 22 years. It would have been almost paid for because it's more than only 30 years. And I'd still be in it right now. That's what I'm saying. So that took 9 years off of us because of that mess they did. So that's all I'm saying. So, Boo, come in. Get out of the way. You see I'm cutting the grass. Come here, boy. Keep cutting the grass. Get out of the way. Sit right there. Yep. So that's what happened. And people always say, people bought houses they couldn't afford. No, that wasn't even the case. That was not the case whatsoever. Hey, get over here. Hey, get over here. The machine gonna get you. Lay back down. You can lay down now. He's done. Go ahead. Lay down. Sit down. Dog. Sit down. Sit. He's so hard. Sit your butt there. Yep. So, that was the case, and they like everybody that didn't know, because y'all asses didn't have a house, so y'all ain't know what was going on. Y'all was in the middle of this stuff, so y'all ain't know what was going on. Y'all just thought people bought houses they couldn't afford. In my area where I lived in DC, in the DMV, those are higher paying jobs there. Yeah, they could afford it. It was, they got in them bad loans. That was it. And they got away with it. They ain't put them bankers in jail. They ain't do nothing to them. Kamala was the only one that got her state back money and gave back the money to some of the people. Our governor at the time, which I forgot who it was a Hogan, a Republican governor we had. I can't remember who was the governor, but they ain't give us nothing. We ain't getting nothing back. But written off. So I call that the ghost house. It doesn't show up nowhere. Like I ever lived there. It doesn't even show up. Yeah. Because they did that and they get ready to do it again. Because they back to that predatory stuff again. Because that dummy took that stuff off the first term he was in that Obama put in place so that wouldn't happen again, and he took it off. So it's been he took it off. I don't know if Biden ever put it back, but it's been off. And I see them YouTube videos. People already talking about their mortgage doubled. They was paying $1,800, now they got paid $3,000. We gonna have so many foreclosures when this shit catch up. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be like 2007 all over again, because they doing the same mistake they did before. So when the house market crashed, the whole country crashes, because this is where the most money is, in housing. So once that happens, the whole country gonna crash like it did in 2007. Everything going down, and we got Republicans in charge, so we just gonna be in the soup line. They ain't gonna help us. They ain't want to help us back then when Obama came in, and he had to do a lot of things to help us out of that. They didn't want to extend unemployment for people, and he had to sign off for that. The Republicans said no. And then y'all turn around and vote for a Republican after they did y'all wrong. Okay? So to have 2.5 years left of this man and these Republicans, and if we go into a recession, oh, this is gonna be bad because we ain't got nobody to save us. We had Obama to save us from the other recession because he came right in right when it started, and he was in the next year. And then we had Biden to save us from the pandemic because he came in right when it started the next year. But we got 2.5 years with these damn crazy Republicans, and they ain't gonna save us from doo-doo squat. So I'm like, if we go down, we gonna go down because they ain't gonna know what to do because they that dumb. These are the most uneducated people we ever had in the administration. They ain't gonna know what to do. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna be out here fending for yourselves when this recession hits. I think it's gonna be a damn depression because it's that bad. They get rid of the farmers. We can't have no food. I mean, the food supply is going down because some of the truckers are speaking up on YouTube talking about, yeah, they go get stuff and only got half a truck full. And then it's so many CDL truck driver jobs. Oh my God, I was on the job board looking at stuff, and I keep seeing all these CDL truck driver jobs because they scared the damn Mexicans away and the people who are driving the freaking trucks to deliver your food from the farm. If they have a farm, there's another website to show how many farms is being sold. Oh my God, they snatching them farms left and right. I mean, if a farm go up on the market, it ain't staying too long. It's gone. They want these farms because these farms already have irrigation, so they for these data centers. That's why they want these farms. And then in Utah, they building like a 44,000 acre or something crazy. Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, is building from Shark Tank. He building one in Utah, data center. And then they said when that data center come online and pull all that electricity, they already told people in Lake Tahoe that they had to divert their electricity, so they got to find some other kind of electricity. How you gonna tell people they got to find some other kind of electricity, right? And then when they start, they said it's going to raise the temperature in that area up 28 degrees. That means it's going to be 28 degrees hotter from all that stuff emitting from that data center. 44,000 acres. I think it's either the 44,000 acres is in Texas or it's in Utah. I don't know. I know his one in Utah is huge, but I know the one in Texas might be the 44,000 one. But it's not going to bring jobs. See, people think these data centers going to bring jobs. No, because my husband worked for AT&T when that was his career, and he used to go out to them centers. I think them data centers been there because he used to go out to Norfolk, Virginia, out there in Ashburn where they building a whole lot of them at. He used to go out there and he used to go to them data centers and went on calls and stuff. Because they go in there, they got alarms on the machines. If something happened, they overheat, the water drip on them or whatever. They got alarms, and the texts come out from AT&T, Verizon, whatever, and they come out and they change the card or do whatever they got to do to troubleshoot the thing. That's what he used to do. And most of the time, he goes into them data centers. They unmanned. Ain't nobody there. He got to, he used to go in Visa and MasterCard or something, and he had to use a thumbnail and his eye print and everything to get in. Ain't nobody there. That's what I'm saying. There ain't gonna be no jobs. The only people get jobs is the people doing the construction right now. But the other people probably gonna have to hire more people would be companies like the AT&T, Verizon, those kind of techs. They probably need more techs for this stuff because it's like, yeah, it's a lot. Because, when he worked as a tech, he had to do Maryland, Virginia, and D.C., And he used to go into the Pentagon, the CIA, the Secret Service. You had to have some kind of clearance in that area. Because you got to go in those different buildings and stuff, DOJ and all that stuff. But, they're going to need more techs because it's not going to be like the data centers is hiring people. It's going to be the companies that have techs that go out to those centers. They need more people. Because I know when he was the tech, they didn't have that many people. And I was like, And y'all got to do Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. Well, they had to do all three. So sometimes he was in Maryland, sometimes he was in Virginia. Sometimes, one time I went with him in Virginia because we was downtown D.C. or doing something on the weekend, and he was on call. Damn, did he get a call? Then we had to go all the way out to Ashburn, Virginia, which I said, damn, you come all the way out here? You look like the mountains for a call. And then, you know, sometimes when he be on call, he was on call from the day he went on a call that afternoon. I don't see him until the next morning because he getting one call after another. I was like, they need to hire some more people. Shoot, y'all having y'all out there driving like that. Y'all tired. Yeah, didn't think y'all gonna come to work at 8 o'clock in the morning the next day. They crazy. But it was, they didn't have enough for me. I was like, it's people, why don't they have techs out in Ashburn, which is closer? You live in Maryland, so you gotta leave Maryland. And then they used to bring their trucks home, and then they stopped letting them bring their trucks home because of no reason at all. And then, and then he couldn't go straight to the call. He had to go down DC, get the truck, then go to Virginia, which was dumb. Okay, so if he had the truck, we lived right by the bridge, with the Wilson Bridge. He could just go over the bridge and go to Virginia, you know, instead of going all the way downtown DC, get the truck, then get the truck, then go to the car. It was crazy. I think some white lady did that because people are haters. Like, they was bringing the trucks home, then all of a sudden they couldn't bring the trucks home. I was like, why not? You know, that saved them gas, money, and time. That was stupid. So yeah, that was just a crazy thing. Corporations do crazy things, but that was crazy. And then they never would pay for his parking tickets. Like, if he get a ticket in DC always like to ticket them utility trucks. They know they doing a job for the city, so why you putting tickets on the people? And so he used to pay for his own tickets if he got a ticket in DC. I would tell him, shoot, if I'm on a call and I put some money in the meter and it's ready to run out, I'd be like, okay, I gotta go. Or it's time to move your car, because certain kind of day you got to move your car. I'd be like, oh, I gotta go. They won't even finish. Shoot, I ain't get no ticket to have to pay it. They wouldn't even pay the ticket. That's how cheap AT&T was. Wouldn't even pay the damn ticket. I was like, well, damn, doesn't they pay the ticket? They won't pay the ticket. But they can give the ex-CEO, like when the CEOs leave, they pay them for life. They get paid for life. Millions of dollars for life. They can pay them for life, but they can't pay a damn parking ticket, and they can't get DC to stop ticketing y'all trucks when y'all doing the service for the city. That's crazy. So yeah, that's how AT&T roll. But yeah, so I'm telling you, them data centers is not bringing no jobs. People keep thinking they gonna bring some jobs. No, they unmanned, man. They don't need people in there. Each one of them servers got alarms on them. And if it get too hot in that room or something, them alarms will start kicking. And they have somebody sits at AT&T on the computer. It was a guy that used to do that. He sits on the computer and he the one that calls out the calls when it's a call for alarm and stuff. So people need to stop thinking them things gonna bring jobs. All they gonna bring you is higher electric bills, higher water bills, and bad air, and mess up the earth. Okay, that's all they gonna do. And these rich people, they in a race to see who gonna be the first AI billionaire. They don't give a damn if your electric bill go up to $1,200. But America is accepted it all, because if y'all didn't accept it, y'all wouldn't wait every 3 months to have a march. Y'all be having a damn march every damn day. And it'd be everybody, white, black people, everybody out there. See, black people, we will boycott your ass. We'll be boycott the whole United States. We'll do a nationwide boycott on you, but we can't get but half the white people to do it. They won't do it. And this is why they suffer, because they don't want to come together and get these rich people to stop doing what they do. And the reason they keep doing it, because you keep letting them get away with it. That's why they keep doing it. You don't say nothing, you don't do nothing in these other countries. If something happened, look what happened over there when Ivana Trump and them try to buy that damn island or something they was doing. See, them people came out and said, hell no. They burned down the damn guy's house or something. I don't know what they did, but they wasn't having it. It was another country They said they ain't having it neither. Everybody was out there in them streets. They wasn't having it. And then Turkey, they ain't re-elect that man, that J.D. Vance and them went to Turkey to try to push. They said hell no. But the United States is the only country that can't say hell no and keep getting used. We can never say no to nothing. And that's why they keep taking advantage. They know they can come over here. That's why we just made a white African a trillionaire from government contracts. This is why we just did that, because we will not say hell no. We don't know how to do it, and then that's why they keep doing it. They know they can come to this country and milk us for money. All they gotta do is give them congressmen some money, rub their palms with some cash. That's the reason TikTok got taken away from the Chinese, because Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, they paid off Congress to get rid of TikTok. That's how I got. Because remember, when he was in the first term, he was supposed to get rid of TikTok, and it didn't happen. Then he lost. So as soon as he got back in, that was the first thing on the agenda, because they already got the money. And they had to stick that in between that Israel money they were sending. They stuck it in that bill. You know why? Because they already got the money. They had to get it in. And they made sure they got that in like the first month they was in there. So they had to get it in because they already got the money. They already got the payoff. So they know this country, all they got to do with these greedy white men is pay them off. That's all they know. That's all they got to do. That's why they come over here and steal all our tax money and steal all our money. But they keep doing it because we allow it. Nobody's protest against nothing. Everybody sitting in their house like they ain't broke. Like groceries are normal. Y'all sitting in your houses and nobody's saying I'm struggling. Everybody look fine and they gonna keep doing it to you because you ain't even complaining. You complain on TikTok, but you ain't complaining out in the streets. You ain't out there complaining. Y'all don't come together as one and complain. We should have been had a nationwide boycott of these rich people. If they don't make money, all they understand is money. If they don't make money, they'd start dropping prices and do what they got to do when they don't make money. But y'all keep buying their stuff and making them money, so they going to keep raising the prices. That's what they going to keep doing. Prices ain't stopped. Prices still going up. Food's still going up. Stuff is still going up. Because they saying you still buying it, so we going to keep raising the prices. Because that's how they roll. They roll it's all about money with them. They don't care about the people. Look, I see this thing for China. China was like, their seniors over there, if I lived over there, I lived a good life. I'd be willing to move to China. And people's like, it's communist. Well, you in damn capitalism. How you living? Okay, at least they take care of their people. They have a canteen that they cook food, like hot food for the seniors. They only paying $1 and some change for a whole damn meal. They take care. It is nice in there. And I seen the video on YouTube. I was like, well, damn. And then the don't talk about the universal health care. Oh my God. They don't have no property tax over there. They ain't got to pay property tax. They ain't got to pay car registrations every year. My little sticker on my car costs $70 a year. For a little sticker nobody gonna look at. A piece of damn sticker, like a stamp. $70 a year. And then the lady at the place talking about, you could pay for 5 years. I said, bitch, please. I don't even want to pay for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Why I got to keep paying for something every year? They milking you for money. That's what I keep telling people, you getting milked. They do it on purpose because they can. Because y'all don't protest nothing. Everybody sitting up in their house like ain't nothing happening out here. And that's why all this is going on. Because nobody's protesting it. Them little King's marches ain't doing nothing when you're doing once every 3 months. Y'all can't even form a nationwide boycott. Y'all can boycott the Asians, though. Black people. Y'all can boycott Target. Black people. We would go in on a nationwide boycott. All you got to say is the word. Black people in. But white people, they ain't never in. This is why we live it the way we live it. Because they ain't never in. The other ones, we call them the spicy whites, the ones that got some sis. The spicy whites are in, but the other half, they not. The spicy whites need to get their other ones together or something. They need to work on them. You know, y'all need to work on them because they ain't making it either. And so I don't know why they out here pretending like they making it. Ain't nobody making it. Even people that make, you know, the 150,000 a year is lower middle class now. So that means if you make it 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, you ain't even in damn middle class. You thought you was because I seen this video. The lady said her husband's a tech, and I know he making good money because my husband was a tech. Said her husband was a tech. She was a nurse, so I know she making good money as a nurse. And they got some kids. She didn't say how many, but they got some kids. And she said, "Shit, but they struggling." You know, they got good jobs. This is what I'm saying. Ain't nobody out here making. People out here with these houses. I had a house. They ain't pay. They can't. Them mortgages are kicking their ass right now. They wish they ain't have a house. They's kicking their ass. And most people don't have $100,000 job. They have like 50, 60, let's say 50 to 80. They might be in that span. And then if both people working, then you might have over 100 because you got the wife working, the husband working, two people working. But the ones out here that want to be housewives and their husband's the only one working, oh, they struggling. Okay, one salary ain't gonna kick it in this economy. Because us being single now, just me by myself, it's hard by yourself. You know, you ain't got another salary. So the single people ain't making it, and the married people ain't making it there. Shit, they ain't making it either. Even both of them work, they ain't making it. It's so high right now. Gas is high, food is high, rent is high, mortgage, property taxes. You know, where I lived in my house for like 9 years, I think when we moved in, property tax was like maybe about $5,000 maybe. In them 9 years, when I left in 2024, property tax was at 10,000, and they went up like 900 every year, about 900 every year. So every year is almost $1,000 for property tax. So I was calculating. I said, well, if I was in my 40s and bought a house, and I stayed in that house till I retired, probably around 62, something like that. By the time I get there, shit, property tax might be $20,000, $30,000, and then your Social Security, most Social Securities only range between 30, and the average is between 30,000 and 40,000. Probably the average everybody's Social Security. They had a decent paying job, like 50,000, you know, if you had like six figures, you get more, a little more, but yeah, it's like that. So you ain't gonna have enough to pay your tax. Even if you paid off that house in 30 years, they still own the house. You don't own the house because once you don't pay them taxes, they take it back. So you really don't own the house. So your best bet, this is what I tell people to do now that I know me and my husband should have did when he retired, sold the freaking house, get your equity, and go on about your business, okay? Because it's not worth it once you retire. You can't write the house off no more. Even if you have a mortgage still, you don't get no kind of tax credit because you don't have nothing withheld no more. So you don't get nothing for it. Yeah, should have just sell the house. As soon as you retire, sell your freaking house. Get your equity and go on about your business. Because once you get older, like when he died, you know, it's an estate then. So any bills he owed, they take it. They want that money. They want whatever loans he had out. They want that money. They want that. So you gonna the kids gonna end up selling the house anyway, and to pay off the creditors and stuff. So if you go ahead and sell your house and then put your money in your bank account, your equity and stuff, then you know the kids will get the money, whatever's in your bank account. You can put it. Well, it's something you can do where they don't have to pay anything, and then you ain't got to worry about the house. You ain't got to worry about them trying to take the money out of the house. So you still never own them a house because the reason for life insurance is so you can pay off people's debt. It ain't for you to get no damn money. By the time you pay for a funeral and then pay off the debt, you ain't got no damn money left. unless you got a high-ass policy, okay? So ain't no money left. And then if it's any other debt, it goes on the estate, and in the estate, you got to pay it off, okay? So that means most people got to sell the house because they ain't got that money to pay, so they got to pay it, sell the house. So retired people, when you retire and you got a house, sell your damn house. It ain't even worth keeping because you never really own it because of property tax. And property tax go up like $1,000 every year. Shoot, by the time you get old, like you be 70, 75, your property tax might be most of your Social Security money. So how you gonna eat? How you gonna pay electric? You gotta pay for your insurance once you retire. How you gonna pay for all this stuff? So it ain't even worth it. It's no way you can pay for all this stuff. So it's like, if I had another chance to do that, I would have sold the house of like, probably right after the pandemic, like 2022 or something. We would have sold the house and gone my business. So that's what we should have did. And that's what I tell people now that I realize after the fact, we should have never kept that house after the fact. Because when you retire, you can't write nothing off. You can't do nothing. You're still paying the mortgage. Yeah, it doesn't work. So a lot of people are retiring abroad because they can sell their house here and they have a bank full of money and they go live over in Asia cheap. Y'all see them videos, people living in Thailand, China, Panama, anywhere but here, and living good. And I was like, yep, that's the way to do it. And actually, you can take that money and probably buy something outright. You ain't got, and they don't have all that property tax crap over there. So you wouldn't even have to do that. That's an American-made system. So you will never own your house. Do y'all not understand? You never own your house. You think you paying off a house 30 years is mine. No, you're not. As long as they have property tax. The bankers did that for a reason. So they can take your house when you get old. Yeah. And then I seen another thing. The person went into a nursing home. So they take your Social Security when you go in the nursing home. So that pays for your Social Security. Your Social Security pays for the nursing home. And they give you some little change to use or whatever. So they take all your money. And then, after they finish taking your money, then they going to say after the person died, that they owe thousands and thousands of dollars. I just seen a video on it. So the old lady had to sell the house because the husband died because he was in the nursing home. So they stealing your house that way too. So I'm like, what is the point? You know, shit. It ain't no point in keeping it once you retire. You might just sell it. Your kids ain't gonna want it, especially if they got their own lives and stuff, they got their own family, their own house. They ain't gonna want it. And then they don't want that have to bother with selling it and debts and stuff. You get that stuff while you living. Go get that money. Cause what you saving it for? Why? A lot of people got $300,000, $400,000 worth of equity in their houses. The baby boomers that bought houses back then. Go get your damn money and go put it in your bank and go about your business. Okay, for the rest of your days and stop that mess. Like you gotta hang on to something. No, you ain't gotta hang on to that. That'd be the worst thing to do because the way America is run by greed and profit. They gonna take all the money. They gonna take the house. They gonna take the money. All them 30 years of paying down the drain. The kids ain't gonna get nothing. It's just not even worth it. You know, it's not worth it. So I wish I knew all I know now that I have learned in the last 2 years. I said, damn. And he was a Marine too. And I said, he traveled overseas. So I would have told him, let's retire and move over there. Let's go move over to, I would have moved to China myself because I like China. I like the way their infrastructure is. I like the way they got all this technology and stuff. I don't care if they communists, they don't act communist because they got movies, they got theaters, they got IMAX, they got Gucci and stores, they got Costco's, they got everything we have. So, and you don't break no laws, you fine. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. I like China, too. I would have retired there. You know, I was like, come on, let's retire somewhere where we can keep our money and people over there paying $500 for. Well, the one lady showed her house. She said her and her husband paid it. I think they was in Thailand. She paid 100. They paid 180,000 to have his house built, and it's a nice house too. Got a pool and everything. Very nice. They ain't got to pay no property tax. So it's more and more people moving over there to Asia because Asia, they're not like America. They don't run their country on greed, and America is so damn greedy that it's just making everybody broke. Everybody can afford it. They don't want to give you a higher minimum wage. I think minimum wage right now should be $30 because of the inflation and stuff. $30 still ain't enough, but at least if two people in the household working for $30, you at least have $60 an hour there. But it's still not enough. But yeah, because on Redfin it said to rent something that's $1,500, you should be having $7,000 something a month. Now, what single person ain't gonna have $7,000 something a month? So they try to like single people can't live by themselves, so they try to pack you up in places. So they're gonna raise the rent so high that you gotta have 3 or 4 people in your damn face so you can live. And they don't care as long as they get the money. They don't care if they pack you in like pack rats. They don't care that you can't live by yourself or you gotta have other people in the house to help pay for it. They gonna keep raising the rent. Like here, they raised it $100. Next year they probably raise it another $100. And next year it probably be another $100. Cause they don't care. They expect you to get 2 people to pay, so you can split it in half, or 3 people or 4 people in your house splitting that money. As long as they get the money, see on the other end they will get the rent, so they don't give a damn. They raise it to $2,500. Somebody paying it. You know what I'm saying? So they don't care. They don't care how they get it. If people get through their head that these people don't care, these people just out for their own. They ain't about your life. They ain't about what's happening to you. They are not about that at all. And all they are is about themselves, about what they gonna do. That is it. That's all they about. What they gonna do for themselves. Yep. So this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. These people ain't about you. It's not at all. So, and then people act like these people care. These people don't care. Rich people do not care about nothing but being rich. And I don't know why people think people care when they don't care about nothing but being rich. That's all they care about. That's it. Nothing else. So I don't know how non-rich people think they care when they don't care about nothing but being rich, how much money they have and what they have. So when they point out, people say, oh, they voted for so-and-so. Every person with money voted for that man or with risk because they didn't want to pay taxes. So it's everybody. It ain't just Chile or this person. It's everybody with money wanted to pay. If you had money, you would love not to pay taxes too. Shit. Who wouldn't love it? So it's like everybody with money. Everybody that makes money, all of Hollywood, everybody that makes money, loving this not paying taxes mess. They love that. Well, they better not be filing nothing and try to write off business expenses and stuff because they ain't paying no taxes, so they shouldn't have no write-off, right? I think they're going to miss the write-off, so they should have paid their ass taxes because the write-off get them more money back. And then they got to pay that stuff out of pocket because they ain't paying no taxes, so they got to pay off. They can't write off the airplane flights, they can't write off the dinners, they can't write off the business expenses. So none of that stuff they should be able to write off if they ain't paying taxes. They better not put no damn tax return in. Because I can't even write off my damn house after I retired. Shit. I know they can't write off nothing. So I'm like, yeah. So, yep. We'll see. Because they going to find some way that they can do it. Watch they make up some shit. I swear, if they make up some stuff, I would be pissed off because I could not write off my house while I was retired because I didn't have no taxes to tell. So if they ain't paying no damn taxes, then they shouldn't be putting in no tax returns for nothing to do with their business. No business expenses or nothing. Oh, they gonna hate that shit. It's coming. They don't realize they can't write off nothing if they ain't paying no taxes. Wait till they find out. A rude awakening. Oh, they gonna find out next year's taxes. Oh, we ain't paying no taxes, and they gonna look at you like, well, you ain't paying nothing. You ain't getting nothing back. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's gonna be a funny. Cause I would rather get something back, and plus I'm already rich, so paying out taxes wouldn't even bother me. And then I'd be able to get something back, and I can write off my business expenses and stuff. I would rather pay taxes. I don't even know why these nuts don't want to pay taxes when they got more money than God. So it's like you got more money than God, and you trying not to pay taxes. So you can't write nothing off. Elon, he can't write none of the business off. He can't write none of that stuff off. If you ain't paying taxes, you can't write nothing off. Damn it. That's what y'all wanted, and that's what y'all got. So in the long run, it's gonna cost you more money because now you gotta pay for all the flights, all that gas for the plane, all that dinners, all that business expense. You gotta pay for it. Office building, you gotta pay for it. You gotta pay for it. I did get the drawers cleaned out this side. I still got one maid. I got a maid floor that I gotta do. Alright. Put one down there for you. Dude! What's up? Let me close my door. Ah! You making too much noise. Whew, he's making a lot of noise. I don't know what I'm doing with all this crafting stuff because I don't know. I got so much of it. I found these on the floor. I need to get on the floor. They was good under there. I got so much crafting stuff. See, I started crafting in a house. So that's why I got a lot of stuff. And then when I moved here, I brought it all with me. Now I need to put it somewhere. Because I can't have it all. Until I get another house or something. Then I have more space. So right now, I don't even think I can stack it up or something in there, but it's just too much. I just got too much stuff. That's why I need to get a storage. And I just have to store some of this stuff for later on. Only thing I'm not going to store is my Romeo and my heat press and my pulling machine, but everything else can go in storage. Because I'm not making them. Until I get some space. Because this is crazy. I got all this stuff. It's too much. Okay. And that's why, you can't really have a lot of equipment if you don't have your own house. Because I remember when Katrina was moving on YouTube, she was renting a house and then she bought a house. It's better when you have your own house because you ain't going nowhere no time soon for years, okay? So when you renting, it's like you might move, so you don't really need all this stuff, right? Like me. Okay. I'm just trying to get somewhere where it's cheaper, where I can save some money. I can get back into trading and stuff full time. Cause looking for a gig. I've been looking for a remote gig for like since February and can't find nothing. I probably put in 100 applications. That's why I know the job market bad. I done put in like 100 and something applications. Can't even get a hit. And then one lady said she had one job, had 600 applications for a remote job. So, ain't no jobs. Oh, it's a competition from hell. Okay, so I gotta go back to what I know. Trading. Let me go back to trading. I can make some money. I'm gonna go back to that. See, this tub, I might need that other tub. This tub I got paints in. I might take that one because it's bigger and deeper. Put all this stuff in there and then take the paints and put them in here. Because I can put those in there. Or, I got another tub because that stuff, I think that's the stuff I'm going to get at Goodwill in that tub. So I can go ahead and put that in a green bag to go to Goodwill and use that tub. Because I got to get rid of some stuff. I seriously got to get rid of some stuff. And I need to check my email too and see if this lady messed me back with my application. They made me pay $300 for application. I said, these rental people is getting over because they don't want to give you your money back for the application. If you don't get it, then you don't get the money back. And they give you like, because that's like scamming people. Because people want to find a place and they got to give you all these application fees and then all of a sudden you turn them down. And then they don't get their $300 back, like they just give away $300. See what I'm saying? When they start doing shit like that, I didn't know, because I ain't rented since the 80s and 90s. I didn't know that they did shit like that, okay? I was like, y'all let them get away with that too? I was like, what they doing in America? They just let them get away with shit. That's some crazy stuff. They ain't do that in the 80s and 90s. Security probably used to be probably about $100. Or 75 or 50, and then you pay the first month of rent and you in. Okay? It wasn't never all this stuff in the 80s and 90s. Yup. It wasn't none of that. The greed of it all. They put a fee on everything. And it's like people talk about now, the new cars, you got to pay $50 a month just to use your damn navigator and your radio. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I was like, well, hell. And then somebody said they trying to get rid of the old cars so you can't repair them because for some reason 12 junkyards has burned up. 12. And then one of the auto places going out of business or something. I don't know which one it is. It's not Track Auto. It might be the other one. But one of them is closing a lot of places. So they trying to make it so you can't find no car parts with your old car. So if you can't buy car parts, that means you gotta buy a newer car or something. So they try to push you to get out of your old car and go to a new car, child. And some guy, he said there's something going on because how's the coincidence that 12 junkyards caught on fire? 12. Y'all gotta go find that YouTube video because that sounds a little sinister to me. I was like, what? They trying to make you buy a new car with some fees? And you paying $50,000 for a car and all this money, and they expect you to pay a fee to use the radio and the navigation? Are they crazy? Shoot, I never have a new car. Shoot, I'm gonna run mine too. The wheels fall. When I finish paying for it, it's gonna be paid for, and I'm still be rolling in it. Matter of fact, next month I'm gonna do my oil change. All you gotta do is keep changing oil. Your car run for a long time. Change the oil. Just change the damn oil. Don't let your car run in the ground and don't be changing oil. Change the oil and you be fine. It will run like a kitten for years. So yeah, I know I gotta do an oil change next month. I'm gonna do an oil change as soon as I get out of here and get settled somewhere else. And that's all really, cause I keep up my oil changes, cause I ain't trying to look. I told my son, don't you touch that other gas they trying to sell out there. I said, I only put mid-grade in my car. Don't be putting no 15E or whatever that stuff is they trying to put in people's cars. I don't put that in my damn car. I don't want that mess too. And I told him fill the car when you get to a half a tank and it costs less money. So I treat half a tank as like it's on E. Half a tank, I go fill it up. I treat it just like it E. I don't let it go past half a tank. So I told them that too. When the gas is high, don't go past half a tank. Just keep filling it up with half a tank. You know? So, yep. But the weird thing is, people do let their cars go to eat. And then they complain at the gas pump, oh, it's $70-something to fill my car. Well, if you filled it up at half a tank, it's been half of that. So, yeah. And then y'all need to get some of them credit, them cars, they give you gas points and stuff, or go to a grocery store that have gas points in the gas station, shoot. Then you get them points off. Yep, that counts. Yep, so y'all better get them little points off. Y'all buying food, right? Go get your points. Go get your points. You buying food. Yeah, I went to Aldi's the other day. It was $73 and I ain't even buying nothing. I bought some sausage, some butter, 2 broccolis, some chicken, and some hamburger, and what else I buy? Some strawberries. I need to grow my own strawberries. What did they be charging? Strawberries and I can't remember. A bread. I think I bought some bread, some Italian bread because I like to make French toast for breakfast. And that's it. That's what I bought. And it came to $73. I bought 1 cucumber and didn't buy the lettuce because I had some lettuce, but I did forget to buy a tomato or something. But that's all I bought. I'm thinking, I ain't think I bought nothing else because I got a lot of canned food and stuff and I ain't need nothing. So I was like, that was it. It was $73. So my daughter bought it though because I bought her gas. But she did some gas for her car, so I bought the gas. She got my food on her card. But still, it was $73. I was like, oh my God. That's crazy. So, it's wild. So, I'm trying to get this stuff together. I wish these people heard me call me so I can know how much I gotta pay. And I really don't know how much they're gonna pay until they finish with the application and stuff. So I hope they get back with me today. I'm gonna call them. What time is it? I don't even know. What time my phone got? Oh, 3:09. I'll talk to them before they leave today and see. I don't know if it's gonna take a couple of days before I know anything, but I need to know something. Cause I need to be rolling. I need to know how much, cause I can't spend no money until I find out how much. I can't spend nothing. And then I'm trying to sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace. And those put nothing on Nextdoor. Them scammers, man. It's like roaches. They like roaches. As soon as you put something on Nextdoor, they be in your messenger like half a second later. They scammers. And then they always ask you, do you have Zelle? No, I don't have Zelle. The reason they want to use Zelle, because Zelle is connected to a bank. So they might put the money in there, but then they take it back out because it's connected to a bank, and the bank will give it back to them. Never use Zelle when you sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace or Nextdoor. Use either Cash App, because Cash App will give shit back, and cash. Those are the two. Never use Zelle. My credit unions don't even have Zelle. And them scammers love to use Zelle so they can scam you. So it's like as soon as you put something on Nextdoor, they half a second later they in your inbox. I had like 3 of them in my inbox yesterday. But I think they got some kind of detection on Nextdoor now because they deleted all the messages from them. But I already knew they were scammers, but they deleted them all. So they must got some kind of monitor on there or something because they say the same stuff over again, and then they act like they anxious Well, can you do that? Okay, keep messaging you over and over again like they anxious or something. Or the one where, oh, I'm gonna send somebody else to get it. That's a scam. They just scamming you. That's what I'm saying. They got too many scammers on next door. You can't even just list something over there. Don't list nothing on there. I don't really. Facebook has some people, but they ain't as bad as next door, man. Next door, they half a second after you list it, they in your messenger. That's how bad it is over there when you list something to sell. It's that bad. So I have some stuff on Facebook Messenger, Facebook Marketplace. So hopefully, one lady asked about the dresser and the two nightstands. And she talked about the two nightstands. I said, I'm not breaking up a set. It's a set. Okay. The hell? Why would I sell somebody without the nightstands? Okay. Anyway, who's that? I thought I heard a car. I don't know. My daughter, a kid left her tablet over here last night. Maybe she's coming to get it. I gotta get going. Let me get off here so I can act like I'm gonna do something else today. I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do with this stuff in this garage. That's the hardest part. Yeah, that's her. Let me go. I knew it was her. I heard a car. All right, y'all. I'm out.